This evening, I have certain questions begging for answers. 1. Is Africa cursed? And 2. Who cursed Africans? What exactly is wrong with Africans or the black skin? Because I certainly do not understand what exactly is going on. That in Africa we have the worst of us and the oldest leading us. It is quite unfortunate as we watched what played out in Uganda. Of course, with Museveni, 81 years, I be 85 years, I should say a football age be that, coasting home to victory in one of the most absurd elections. Does Africa have a part with old cargoes who are set to destroy nations and lives and institute themselves and perpetuate themselves in power as lifetime presidents? Museveni has been president for over 40 years, yet he finds his way. It is quite unfortunate that it is even young people that actually rig for these old cargoes to continue to get into power and oppress them. As if that was not bad enough, we saw one old cargo, almost an imbecile, that also won in that election, and the way he was struggling to walk and dance. And you have security officials protecting him. That's the way you just clear come up from ground and you'll be singing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Just watch that video. Welcome back. Africans, when are you going to liberate yourselves? We're going to watch an interview with Museveni where he saw himself as the prize, the real deal, what his people actually need. Funny enough, Museveni came to power under the guise of trying to liberate his people from, those who held them back and all. Typical of an African leader, and then he comes on board and he displays, this genetically built-in desire to sit long in power. This sit-tight syndrome. I think it has been crafted into the genes of most African rulers. So they have the urge to, continue to perpetuate themselves in power. Like the likes of Paul Biya. Even Kagame has joined that league. Quite unfortunate. Let's watch that video.
If I'm available, not dead, not senile, but I'm still around, and I have some knowledge. If you are really serious about your country, why would you not want to take advantage of me if I'm still able?
I mean, what do you think of the young people who do want change, who want someone else to govern? Do you think that that's not sensible? That was what you wanted as a rebel leader.
No, me, I did not. I was actually dying to work with old people because we needed them. Unless you are not serious, these problems are big problems. And if you have got a big problem, the more hands, the better.
Youth unemployment, it's still very high. And young people feel like they need more opportunities. And when an internet shutdown happens, they feel repressed, they feel silenced because the internet is a tool of the youth. What are you offering them substantially over the next 5 years?
We are the ones who built the internet. the one you are talking about. We are the ones who built it. So the shutting down is because of dealing with criminals who want to use that infrastructure to destabilize our country. It is temporary, it is short term, but we're the ones who built the internet.
Do you believe there hasn't been a single candidate that could take your place in the last 6 election cycles?
They cannot. They would have been elected if they were there. They were not elected.
I mean, every election since 1996 has been marred by accusations of rigging, of repression, of crushing opposition and voices of dissent.
The only people who rig are the opposition. It is not us.
But then they would have won if they'd rigged it.
They are not able to, because we are so popular, that even if they rig, they can't manage to overturn or defeat us. We are so popular.
President Museveni, I want to ask you about your main contender, Bobi Wine. Your government has targeted him quite aggressively since 2018. Why? What threat does he pose to Uganda?
Bobi Wine breaks the law. That's why there are other people in opposition. You don't find having problems with them. But if you take each case, you'll find that he's breaking the law.
But why the violence? Why the violence from your security forces?
It is Bobi Wine who is violent.
I mean, his supporters have been beaten with batons. One has been shot in the head.
The beating was a mistake, but the Bobi Wine, you see, these towns here are quite crowded. So we don't encourage processions or rallies in the towns, in the streets.
You've ruled Uganda for half your life. Are you planning to rule for the rest of your life?
That is for the people to decide.
Welcome back. When will Africans arise and take their true place? When? Are we not tired of having old cargoes? Ancient of days, great-grandpas lord it over us, force themselves on us, steal power, and then punish us. We have ours in Nigeria too. A president different from Balablu, of course. And as the elections are getting closer, we have another grandpa who is, gearing by the sides. When will Africa rise and say enough is enough? When will enough truly be enough? Africans, wake up before it is too late to turn back the hands of the clock. Let's have your thoughts rolling in the comment section. Meanwhile, Nigerians are making jokes when someone says, "Shame on Ugandans. They are the most foolish people on earth." And someone said, "You know what? We can match them. 4 fools to 1 fool." Quite unfortunate, right? That we have the most docile and the worst set of followers in Africa who continue to aid these old cargoes get in position of authority and then cry foul that they are being oppressed. Let's get your thoughts rolling in the comment section. Africa has become a playground for old cargoes. See you around. Bye-bye.